Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Sutton, Stracke. Oi, calling out Dorit Kemsley. You know what's so funny? I thought I was the only person who goes oi. And then I was just talking to somebody from Bravo the other day, and we were talking, and this person was like, oi, oi. And I was like, oh my God, that's not just me. Anyways, let's get into this Sutton. Adam, shut the fuck up. I hear you guys. It's not about me. So let's not make it about me. Let's make it about them. And that's exactly what we plan to do. Happy Saturday. Grab your mimosa and let's talk some starting here. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Sutton Stracke did not like seeing Dorit Kemsley labeling her estranged husband, Pa PK Kemsley, as an alcoholic on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. In fact, she felt it was the meanest thing that she'd seen anyone do on the show. Okay. After this week's episode, Sutton blasted Dorit for her antics against PK, and Garcelle also suggested it was part of a plot. But Kyle Richards and Jennifer Tilly shared their thoughts on Dorit and PK's future. And Dorit revealed if she would, in fact, take PK back if he asked. She called her husband an alcoholic minute one, is what she said on the after show. It's so mean, and I don't even like PK. And I was like, PK, call me. I'll stand up for you. She didn't say you couldn't text me. It was the meanest thing that I've ever seen anybody do to anyone on this show. I didn't like it. And according to Garcelle, she was surprised by how taken aback PK was by the statement. Meanwhile, Jennifer said that PK was not happy about the revelation and noted that Dorit made the comment about the father of her children. Sutton said, "It's the father of your children. Do you know how many times I wanted to be mean about my ex-husband, Christian Stracke? Not because I wanted to do it, but because there could be something that felt like really good about it, but I would never do it." And having been through her own public divorce, Garcelle wondered if Dorit was painting PK in a certain light so it'd be easier for her if they ultimately divorced. Mm, I agree with that. I think that's exactly what it is. Um, First of all, when you're getting a divorce, like, and mind you, I have not gotten a divorce. Some people are going to be like, yeah, doesn't matter. I haven't gotten a divorce. If I get a divorce from Jason and I got a divorce, we're not going to rip each other apart. I know this for a fact. We don't have kids. I wouldn't publicly want to attack you. I would just be like, please, let's sit down, have a conversation. Let's figure out how we're going to divide this. If we don't agree on it, which would be stupid, let's waste a bunch of money on attorneys. I'm not going to go and attack you. But also, I'm not in fight or flight mode. Like, Jason and I are equal partners. And PK had the money and the debt when he met Dorit, and he has provided a certain lifestyle for Dorit. Then Dorit joined the show and started making her own money. But I think Dorit is sort of building her case slowly but surely. It's funny because you watch where the women are like, Dorit, you need to smarten up, girl. Because this man is getting ready to you over. And I think the whole time, you got Dorit like a little sniper from the side, pew, 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 who knows exactly what she's doing in the case that she's building. I think that we're sleeping on Dorit a little bit too much. I think she's a little bit smarter than what everyone is thinking. Yeah. I mean, you know. Garcelle told their castmates, I think that she felt like she had to set him up that way so it's a little bit easier for her. And Sutton said, that bothers me. Well, listen, you're not the moral compass of divorce either, Sutton. Looking back at where Dorit and PK were at the time of filming, Garcelle admitted that she did not think that they were going to get back together and said, it's a shame because of the kids, but I don't get that feeling where with Mauricio and Kyle, there's sort of a gray area. But Jennifer also agreed, saying, I feel the PK Dorit marriage was over before it was over. And it's not over. They're just separated. But, sometimes when you'll break up with somebody, but in your mind, you've broken up with them like half a year earlier, the only thing left is the walk out the door situation. The reality of it was when we had lunch with her, I saw that there truly was a divide. And I think once you've separated, it's kind of an irrevocable thing. It's all over, but the shouting. And even Kyle weighed in, sharing that she believed Dorit and PK really are done. I get that only from what Dorit has said to me. I guess it surprises me because I always saw them as a couple that were codependent on each other, really, and loved each other so much. And it's always making me think now that Mo and I are so far behind and just a completely different separation going on here. And this does not seem like somebody who's home crying about wanting to be back with their husband. So I think that she seems very strong and solid in this decision. And even if it was PK who was prompting it, I don't see them back together now. But in her own Beverly Hills after show segment, Dorit admitted that while she wasn't sure that PK was not in her future, she was also uncertain that he was. She said, if he turned around to me tomorrow and said, Dorit, I made a terrible mistake and I want to come back home. Let's have a go at this. We belong together. I don't think I could accept that. I know I couldn't. And I feel like things are getting clearer and clearer and clearer. And we were kind of going through things, finding our feet and how to navigate a separation publicly, raising and co-parenting our children. And we haven't gone into that place where we're actually doing the work. And I don't know if we ever will. Well, speaking of which, we have a little bit of a breaking of the fourth wall. Let's share the clip. Thank you to Bywig, Hello Drama, and also Entertainment Tonight.
Also going to be heated between you and Dorit.
You're such a bitch. Don't.
Well, hold on. Let me just make sure I put this up first while this part plays, because God forbid they get mad at us. So this is where she calls her a bitch, but hold on. Here we go.
I call her the B word in her own home. What pushes you to that point?
I am not going to tell you that, Bryce. You know I'm not.
Why do you think there is such friction for the two of you? Why can't you two just find a place to exist?
I don't know. I don't know. But I hope that we can find it.
Is the B word born out of her just simply not greeting you when you showed up for the house for the party and you having to sit alone for a while?
Bryce, I tell you what. This smells good.
Okay. So let's just, this is so stupid that it's doing that. I'm going to make sure that they are not going to flag us for playing Bravo's actual own content. But this, they're just showing when she walked in and she was talking about things and she ended up calling her a bitch. But then also she ended up breaking the fourth wall and said that she was told to interrupt Dorit when she was talking about Jagger because they had a schedule. Here it goes.
Attention was paid to you interrupting her talking about Jagger, asking questions about the divorce.
He said, but you and Daddy, you're always going to be...
Why the... All right, I'm just going to give you the lowdown. So eventually what she ended up saying was that she was told by producers, she's like, I don't want to break the fourth wall. I never do this. Gosh, I never do this. And then she ended up coming out with it. And she was like, actually, what happened was producers were telling me, hey, listen, like, we got to get this road on the show. I know it's show on the road, you guys, but we got to get this show on the road on the show. And we got to get done with this because as of right now, this is, you know, like we're wasting time here. So she said she didn't do it so eloquently. She said she's not a great person at segueing. She's not a seguist, which I didn't know that that was a thing, but she did admit it and she did break the fourth wall. And I kind of like when they break the fourth wall. Bravo, bravo, king bravo. You know, I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section, smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Love you.